Good morning, class. Today we're going to be talking about if you go to college, you're smart, and if you don't, you're dumb. Excuse me, teacher. Isn't it true that you can make decent money without going to college if you have technical skills? No, that is not true at all. You have to go to college or you'll basically live out of your car. But didn't you go to college and you don't make really good money and you hate your job?
All joking aside, I just wanted to go over this video that when I was in high school, I always got the impression that everyone's always telling you that if you don't go to college, you're going to be a loser. You're going to live out of your car. You're going to be working minimum wage jobs the rest of your life. And I just want to tell you guys that that's not true. I don't have a bachelor's degree. My wife does, and she works in the field in which she has her degree in, but I make about twice as much money as she does. And the reason I do is because I have a skilled trade. And if you don't want to go to school anymore, you hated school, if you don't want to be in a bachelor's or higher degree learning field, say one of the STEM fields like a science, like biology, or you want to be an engineer, or mathematics, there's a lot of other options out there for you. And you can start making pretty good money a lot faster. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is kind of comparing a bachelor's degree job to a skilled trade. Now, you've always heard that bachelor's degree holders do make more on average than someone that doesn't. And that's true. But I would say a bachelor's degree holder opposed to someone in a trade doesn't really make that much more on average. And I'm going to be going over some statistics with you. All right, thanks.
So let's start by looking at a teacher's salary. Got all these statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so they should be fairly impartial. You can see elementary school teachers make about $53,000 per year and requires a bachelor's degree to start their career. The problem with that 53,000 is a lot of teachers have master's degrees, and your pay is scaled based to your education level. So a bachelor's degree having teacher probably makes about 40,000, and a master's degree one makes about 65,000. That's why that number seems kind of high. So if you just have a bachelor's, you'll be probably making less than the 53,000 with that. Now let's compare that to an electrician. So an electrician makes about $51,000, and all these are median earnings. So that's, center of the career field. That would be with no bachelor's degree required. Let's look at another bachelor's degree requiring field, a social worker. They make $45,000 a year on average, and pretty much nearly all of them, according to this site, requires a bachelor's degree to be in that position. We can compare that to my field, which also makes about $45,000 a year median income, and that actually is that seems pretty low. No one in my shop makes anything close to that low. The problem is they probably add in people that do tire changes, brakes, lube service, compared to like engine mechanics who make quite a bit more than that. Our average pay in our shop is probably about $28 an hour, which is more in line with an editor. Now, editor make pretty good money, need a bachelor's degree. The problem is look at the job outlook in the yellow. They're in decline. There's actually less editors every year. And that's, of course, due to technological changes and outsourcing. Plumbers, they are growing, and they make almost as much as editors. So as technology changes and the internet shrinks the globe, if you think about it that way, certain jobs are going to be phased out in the country. As computers replace them, and also as they can be shipped overseas thanks to the internet, it's going to make certain jobs a shrinking market. So if you come out of college with an editor degree, it's going to be harder and harder to get a job with that. It's kind of hard to ship mechanic work overseas or have a computer do that. So, when Skynet takes over, someone's going to have to fix those machines, and at least to the very end, it's probably going to be humans. So let's talk about some college loan debt here. More than 2/3 of college grads are in debt at graduation. Their average loan amount is $35,000. That's a lot of money. Total college loan debt is $1.2 trillion. That's as much That's second only to mortgages in this country. And student loan debt cannot be cleared with bankruptcy. So once you have it, there's no way to get rid of it. So let's do a little twin comparison here. Let's say we have Bill and Will. At 18 years of age, Bill goes to college for 4 years and racks up $35,000 in student loan debt. After he gets out of college, takes him 6 months to find a job. And so at 22 and a half, he will be minus $50,000. He'll be $50,000 in the hole thanks to going to college at 22 and a half. Now let's say Will, his twin brother, doesn't go into college at 18. Instead, he takes, let's say, a paid apprenticeship program as an electrician. He averages $14 an hour for over the 4 years. After that, he's making $48,000 a year. He would then have $140,480 accumulated over that same time span as Bill. Now, this is assuming neither of them work side jobs and neither of them spent any extra money on anything. So, if they both lived at home, say. And it just goes to show you that, if you're going to get a bachelor's degree in a field that isn't going to pay really well, like one of the STEM fields, to start out with, it's a lot easier to get into a trade than it is to, say, be a social worker or be a teacher, unless you have a really good support structure. And like I said, a lot of people don't want to be working in an office or dealing with paperwork. They want to work with their hands. So maybe look at going into a trades. Thanks.